Let's go. It's your man, Mike Bowens. I'm coming to you once again, live and direct. Listen, I'm going to jump right into this message because I don't want it to be lengthy. Last time I filmed this video, I had to delete it. It was like almost a half an hour. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So some people not text me, some people email me asking me how to transition from an in-house daycare to a small center. So this is what I'm going to give you the steps. Number one, you need knowledge. You need to know the knowledge of the needs of your community. So do you need overnight care? Do you need special need care? Do you need Monday through Friday? You need knowledge. You need to take a survey and go around and see what the people in your community need. By doing this, you'll be able to structure the daycare based off the needs of the community and not what you feel the daycare should look like. Because some people are like, well, I want to do it like this and I want to do it like that. What you got to understand is that you got to figure out the needs of the community, then structure your business around the needs of the community. That way you guarantee yourself to have a greater level of success. Okay? Step number two. Will you own or will you lease? These are questions that you need to have, that you need to ask yourself, because they both have pros and cons. When you lease a facility, you don't have to put as much money up as a 20% down payment that you have to do to own. When you lease a facility, you can lease out a square footage, and then as you begin to grow, you can also begin to expand and get more space. It just depends where you are financially. And a lot of times you can find a space that already has fire sprinklers in it, and you can lease out a certain amount of space per square footage. And as the daycare grows, then you can add more space on. Now, if you're in a position to own a place, or maybe convert a house, a two-family house, that's like 3,000 square feet, maybe you can get the down payment up and buy that. But you got to put fire sprinklers in, but your mortgage is going to be significantly cheaper than you are going to pay for rent. So you just have to really see where you are and clarify. Is it better for you to rent or is it better for you to lease? And what's your demographic? What's your target market? What people are you trying to reach? And where would you want to place that facility? Okay. Number three, you need to recruit a team. Before you even get a facility, you need to start making contacts, like directors, head teachers, lead teachers. Maybe you're going to need a cook inside of the facility. Someone's going to prepare the food. I don't know if you're going to do pick up and drop off, if you're going to get a driver, unless you're going to be the driver, unless you're going to be the director, or unless you're going to be the cook. It's just some places that you can fill in the blanks with your own labor in the beginning to cut down on the cost. So that way you give your daycare a better shot to succeed for the long haul. Sometimes people put more pressure on themselves trying to come up with a lot of money. They don't have it, and trying to hire all these people, and you're going into debt so much to start the business. You don't want to do that, because you want to maybe put your own self in a position where you can work, and then as the money starts to build, then you can kind of fade out and be more of a person that manages it. Have the director go this way and have the head teacher go this way, and have everything in order in place so that you don't physically burn yourself out. But in the beginning, you might have to do that if you don't have the capital. All right. Also, do you put a curriculum in place for the center and for the teachers to be able to use? Have data in place in terms of an ability to monitor when children are absent and when they are present. How many times are they coming per week? How many times are they approved per week? You got to have a financial system in place of how you're going to pay people. You're going to pay them through what company you're going to pay them. Do you use Bank of America? Is Bank of America going to write them checks? Do you have Paychecks, a company that makes the paychecks for them and writes it out? Did you look into health insurance for your employees? Because you need to have insurance for your employees in case they get hurt, in case they get sick. So a portion of the money that you earn has to go into insurance for your employees. So I would contact a health insurance company. I would contact an accountant You're gonna need a good accountant to help balance your books, and I would get a good lawyer to set it up properly. You don't want to do a DBA. You want to do an LLC, because an LLC is going to give you more protection in case somebody gets hurt, whatever. You have different layers of protection. You have your insurance on the facility, and then you have your LLC, so that your personal assets don't get touched, because daycare is a tricky business. A kid can be running and fall, boom, bump their head, and now the parents want to sue you, especially a large center. Okay? All right. Number 4, find out what is required of you from the Child Care Council. Now, that's what it's called where I live at. Different cities, different states, they may be called the Child Care, whatever, I don't know, Child Care something. There's a different name for the daycare legislature in every state, and so all you have to do is Google it. Where did you get your license from in the first place? And so if you don't have a license, then this is the thing that you need to do. You need to just find out, put into where can I become a daycare provider in my state, and how can I open up a daycare center in my state, and Google it. It'll come up. You put your state in. Say you live in California, you put it in, it'll pop up, and the phone number, the website, everything. Then you call them and you ask them for everything that you need. Do I need fire sprinklers? What's the ratio per child? So once you have a facility in mind, they'll send their people out to see the structure, to see the building, to see the inside, to see the outside. They'll let you know if there's an egress and a regress. They'll let you know, are the fire sprinklers good? They'll let you know everything that you need to operate within that facility. And once you have that knowledge, now you know what you need to do, what steps you need to take to bring that facility up to par, how much money it's going to cost you. So you never want to do something without counting the cost first. You got to count the cost, right? Once you count the cost, then you can put together a strategic plan of how much it's going to cost you, because you don't want to start something you don't have enough money to complete it. Okay? Number 5. This may be one of the most critical aspects of what it is that you do. Raise capital. No matter how you're going to do this, you're going to need money. Now, I don't know if you're going to get an angel investor. I don't know if you're going to do yard sales. I don't know if you're going to work more hours. I don't know if you're going to borrow money from family members and friends. I don't know if you're going to just do some bake sales, some food sales. Whatever you got to do to raise this capital, though, you got to do what you got to do. Some people from the Caribbean, they do partners. Some people from Asia, it's an equivalent of a partner. They do a fufu, where they put money into like a credit union, like amongst each other, and then they get the money out that they need. They use that for investment, and they pay back where they got the money from. So you just have to sit down and think like, how can I raise capital? Because this is how much money we need. That's why I said you got to do your research. And once you figure out how much money you need, now you put your plan in place of raising capital. Once you get the money, now you can assess where it needs to go. And you need to make sure at least you have at least 6 to 8 months of paychecks available, money in the bank to pay your employees. Because if the business is slow at first, those employees still need to get paid. You need to make sure that you're covered for at least 6 to 8 months, so that you can pay your bills, so that you're not just eating oodles and noodles. Okay, so that you can be in a position where your bills can still be paid, you still can have food to eat, and you're not walking around struggling and mad at people because your finances is taking a hit. Okay, number 6, you need a marketing plan. Before you even open up the facility, once you sign the papers to lease it or to own it, you need to get a team together of people and start flooding your city with advertisements. Daycare coming soon. You ever drove by a Walgreens? You ever drove by a CVS? You ever seen a movie that's not even out yet and all you see is coming soon? So people get excited The other day, my wife and I were driving by a new development, and we saw Walgreens coming soon. My wife loves Walgreens. No, excuse me, not Walgreens, Marshalls. And she was like, "Oh, Marshalls, Marshalls." I never seen anybody get so excited over Marshalls, but she did. That's a store that she likes. And so it wasn't even there yet, but they have Marshalls coming soon. And it's putting you in a position to understand what's coming to your area. And so you need to do that. That people need to know, like, hey, daycare facilities coming. Hey, daycare facilities coming. Daycare facilities coming here. And so people can start to prepare in their minds what to look out for in their community. Then also, you can start running interviews with people. Even while the place is getting fixed up. You don't have to run interviews at your place. You can run it at a McDonald's. You can run an interview at Starbucks. And start getting future prospects information and contact information, and start running background checks ahead of time, so that when the facility is fully renovated, now you have a list of people you could call on and say, hey, all right, now this is when we're going to start. We got to have a meeting, blah, 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 blah. Okay? My next point, number 7, is make contacts with your city hall. You're going to have to go to city hall to get code enforcement to come out to the facility. So not only do you need the daycare council to look at your facility and see if it's okay, now you also must go to city hall, because within the city or a place where you live, they have rules and regulations too. A lot of times they'll line up with the child care council in terms of fire sprinklers and egress and regress, but sometimes they may have little things that the daycare council doesn't even require, but the city may want that. And so you got to speak to them and have their representative come out, and they'll give you a list of things that they would like to see you fix and repair before this daycare opens. Now, if you do not do that, they'll shut you down when you open up, because you are in code violation. So you want to make sure you take all of these steps to be organized. Okay? You want to have your mission statement written out of what you're about, what you're doing. You want to have your vision written out. You want to have your curriculums written out. You want to have an employee manual written out, typed out, printed out, so that every employee knows what's expected of them. Are you going to wear t-shirts with the logo on it? Or can everybody dress in their own clothes and just have a badge ID on? You know, what's your vision? What do you want it to look like? What are you going to do? And so you got to have contractors look at the backyard too, or unless your husband or yourself is very handy and you can renovate and put the toys in the backyard. You know, you got to assess everything that's needed for the facility, so that you're giving yourself the best chances and options to be successful as possible. Now, this video could be much longer. If you still need more information, please tell me in the description below, and also sign up for the daycare seminar, because in a video I only can give but so much information because time is of the essence. I can't make a 2-hour video and you're actually going to sit there and watch it. And so sign up for the seminar. It's June 20th, 2020. Yeah, that's next year. But sign up from now so that you can put yourself in a position to get this information, so that your business can prosper, so that you can continue to grow, so that you can continue to succeed. Now, last question I have for you is, how bad do you really want it? See, a lot of people, they just want to look for a little free information. They don't want to invest in themselves. But the people that will succeed the most will always invest in themselves, because at that seminar, I'm going to give you step by step and break down. And the questions that you have right then and there, I'll be able to answer it for you. So I hope this message inspire and encourage somebody. Until next time, I'm saying be blessed.